Warmly welcome to Exploring Miracles. We have come to lesson number 113, and this is a review lesson of lesson number 95 and number 96. We are building a new foundation here, and we are saying bye-bye to separation. We are going to do some short repetition, and then I will do my best to reflect on the text. Lesson number 95, I am one self, capital S. I am one self united with my Creator. And the deeper knowledge of this statement, of this most important statement, serenity and perfect peace are mine. Because I am one self, completely whole, at one with all creation and with God. Number 96, lesson number 96 was salvation comes from my one self. The deeper knowledge of this statement is from my one self, whose knowledge still remains within my mind. I see God's perfect plan for my salvation perfectly fulfilled. And we are building our new foundation within, more and more solid. For every time we consider this, we are willing to be open to this. So we practice here. On the hour, I am one self, united with my Creator. On the half hour, salvation comes from my one self. And to reflect on this, why do we at all need to review? We have been, for so many lessons now, being willing and open, most of the time at least, to practice the practice periods. We are saying yes to that. And yet, the review sessions comes. And brick by brick, we are baby step building the new foundation, because this is kind of heavy unwiring, unlearning that we are enjoying here. And therefore we really need to, over and over again, for ourselves, let it be really the true core in us. We are reaching, because it's there already, we are reaching back to the core, the self within, finding our way back from a place that we, for some reasons, everybody's reasons are personal. For some reasons, we got lost a bit. And now we are heading for home. And never to get lost again. One could put it that way, I think. Anyway, I am as God created me. We accept that as a fact. And what happens when we do that? Because these are core sentences and learnings in A Course in Miracles. And there will come ahead more and more for the old me, more and more alien and abstract, and even some ununderstandable sentences like there is no world, or and we already have practiced, I give everything I see in this room, the meaning it has, or it has no meaning for us. So when we repeat this, we are losing the grip of the old conceptual way of perceiving, and we are opening ourselves for the new. Otherwise, what we are going into in the lessons ahead, and there are luckily we are in a third now, 113. We have so almost, this is almost a quarter of the lessons. And going deeper, otherwise, we will get lost in the abstraction, even irritated sometimes, perhaps, because what do they mean there is no world? Of course there is, yes, but not as we might have thought it was. So before we go further, we need to question what we think we are. What do I think I am? Not very easy to answer, perhaps, but it's good to consider it. Maybe I am not, maybe you. We are not what we think we are. So let's just be open. This is all A Course in Miracle asks us to be open and willing. It never says that we have to understand, or that we have to prove, or that we have to become something new. The only thing that Jesus is asking us in A Course in Miracles is he's asking for our willingness. And we are cooperating with that. That's a wonderful thing to do, to get the chance. Most of us are heavily wired, as I mentioned, and we think that we have to fix things. And maybe it is very satisfying to fix things, but on the deeper level, we don't have to fix anything because it's good. I think most of you, if you found your way here, you also want to unwire, unlearn, and you don't want to be a prisoner of, for example, I have to fix my circumstances because I will feel better. I have to do this and that, and then I will feel better. No, we will still participate in the machinery of life, and things has to be done, but not to the extent and on the level that we might have an idea of. So we just lose our grip on so many things here, and that is freedom. And that kind of freedom will not leave us, and that kind of freedom is true space, and that is where creation happens, actually. Peace does not come from outside, it comes from us. And later lessons will point this out and lean very heavily on this, that it comes from the one self, the true self within, because they will ask us to take responsibility for our perception. We will be asked in A Course in Miracles to take full responsibility for our perception. And then we will stop blaming external circumstances, conditions, and we will rely on inner correction instead of outer control. And for me, that could be the trickier one, to rely on my inner correction. Me? Are you talking to me? Shall I correct myself? And not this and this and this and he and her and whatever. Yes, that is the case. Welcome to a new way of seeing things. And what more about this wonderful reviews? I keep forgetting, although I even read this on YouTube now, and some of you have heard me mention many times that I've done this for decades, and still I forget. I can't, the pendulum, the human being with reactions and and then maybe I'm enlightened, and then what did it say? I mean, this is my way of doing things. Slowly, I'm going from reaction to more and more to, I was in reaction. Not, I'm in reaction. It must be fixed and I have to do this and that and the world. And then, but there is a meditative state. I do this. It was like that 80%, 20 or 90% or whatever more, and then go to the more calm place, like, oh, I'm in a bit of reaction now. I think they should change. That is sweet. So, it's a wonderful way of looking at it, I think. It's a game, a serious game though, but it can be fun. And we have already learned so many times that in A Course in Miracles, we know that forgiveness is not about pardoning somebody who really hurt us. It's about recognizing we are transforming here. It's about recognizing that separation itself is not ultimately real. It never was. And if we are not separated, we have nothing to forgive. It's in separation that we blame and we look from another angle, and we don't want to understand, or we ask of empathy for ourselves because I have to understand this, and then we don't really succeed and we feel bad and blame ourselves, and the whole jam, sticky jam jar, and we don't get anywhere. We only find ourselves in self-blame. So this is about knowing that if there is no separation, I can never be separated. There is nothing. There is no one, nothing to forgive. So forgiveness here is to know that we are not separated. That's atonement. That's peace. What more? Our core belief as ego-driven beings is always that we are separated and there is someone to blame, maybe ourselves, but always somebody or some other. But there's always a circumstance or a person or something that we blame. And when we are not separated, when we are in the true, not the new, the true self, knowledge, awareness, rather, of knowing that we are one self, not separated from each other, not separated from God, not separated from Source, then we relax and it happens by itself. So to try to conclude this, to close this lesson in plain terms, these lessons, when we review previous lessons, they are necessary because we if I may put it that way, we flip habits from I'm an isolated individual trying to survive in this world to I'm part of something whole and already complete. We are flipping from I need the world to change for me to feel okay to peace comes from how I identify and perceive. And that's so much more cool. So we just have to be willing. We just continue to be willing with this wonderful text, the voice of Jesus Christ in A Course in Miracles. Thank you very much for stopping by and taking part of this. See you soon.